Hello guys, welcome back to another GTA 5 video. In today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be discussing the top 5 vehicles you should never buy in GTA 5 Online. Now this is going to be a new series that I'm going to start doing, so if you're going to like this series guys, make sure you tell me in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get started with number 5. Alright, coming in number 5, we have the Sultan Classic. And the Sultan Classic is a nice car. You can build it as a rally car, a tuner car, what else? A show car, and a drift car, if it can drift well. But this car has some disadvantages to know why you should not own or buy this car. The disadvantages are the price. It costs 1.7 million and it's not worth your money. And also the speed isn't the best. It's not fast, like very fast. So if you're looking to buy this car for like a race car, please guys stay away from this car. There's other cars to buy cheaper than this for races. But if you're buying it for a collection, that's your choice because it's your collection. But if you're using this for races, I should suggest you to stay away from this car. But coming in at number 4, we have the Shotaro. Now the Shotaro is a really fast bike, and it's a cool looking bike. Don't get me wrong, it looks like a movie bike, it looks like a Tron bike. But again, there's only one disadvantage. It's the price. The price is listed at 2.2 million. That's right, 2.2 million. Now, other than that, the bike is very nice and good. The speed, one of the fastest bikes there is in GTA. Looks very cool, looks very nice, but the price is too expensive. If you're gonna use this bike for races, I highly suggest you to stay away from this bike. There's other bikes such as the Buthy 801, the Hakuchu, or the Hakuchu Drag. Those are the 3 good bikes that are cheap. Alright? Fairly cheap. Cheaper than the Shotaro. But yeah. If you're gonna use this in free mode, it's gonna do good, I guess. I mean, it's just you're not using it for races. The Shotaro is also good at time trials. I use this bike always for some trial. This is like my main bike right now because it's expensive. Obviously, I want to make it in good use. So yeah, so there you have it, the Shotaro at number 4. But coming at number 3, guys, we have something little weird from these vehicles, and that is the Avenger. Yes, it is the Avenger. Now, the Avenger is a little bit off. It's not a vehicle that drives on the streets. It's a vehicle that drives outside the street, which is on the air, of course. Now, this Avenger can drive as a helicopter or as a plane. Alright, now this vehicle, it is very fast. Alright, you can go from like the airport to Palito Bay in like 2 minutes, I guess. But this thing is pretty much useless. The only thing, or the only way you can only use this is by customizing your scramjet or your oppressors. That's pretty much all. Because pretty much the Avenger is mostly known as customizing your scramjet and oppressors. And if you're only buying it for that option or that reason, I highly suggest you buying the MOC. The MOC is another vehicle that drives in the streets. It's a truck attached to a trailer at the back, and the trailer at the back can actually be customized to customize your scramjets or oppressors or any weaponized vehicles. Now the MOC is 1.2 million and the Avenger is 2.2 million. I forgot to tell you the price. 2.2 million. So if you want to buy the Avenger to customize your scramjets or oppressors, you have to start with 2.2 million. That's the main price, and then you have to spend almost 500k to own the vehicle workshop where you can customize your oppressors. Now, if you want to combine both of them, like the Avenger and the Vehicle Workshop combined, that's like 2.8 million or 2.9, fairly like around there. Now, if you buy the MOC, that's 1.2 million stock, just stock, all right, stock 1.2, and then the Vehicle Workshop of the MOC is 900 something K. I'm not sure. It's 900 something K though. But if you combine the MOC and the Vehicle Workshop, if that's the only reason you want to buy because you want to customize your oppressors, um, basically that's around 2.2 million, and that's like the same price as the Avenger coming in stock. All right. So if you're only buying the reason just to customize your oppressors or and you weaponize the vehicle, I highly suggest going for the MOC. All right. But coming in number 2, guys, we have the X80 Proto. Now the X80 Proto, guys, it's not even a good car at all, okay? This car is listed at 2.7 million, alright? The handling of this car is so bad, the speed isn't really fast, and if you're going to use this for races, it's a no-go. Like, as you guys can see from this clip, it handles really bad, okay? It's so drifty also, because when you turn the car, it's like boom, like it, like bye. You can't even control this car anymore. And again, if you're using if you're using it for races, no, please do not buy this car for races, okay? If you want a really professional car for races, I highly suggest buying the Krieger. Though the Krieger is another supercar. It's I think the best supercar out there, and the price of the Krieger is 2.8 million. So it's 100k extra than the X80 Proto. But this car is so bad. Like there's other cars that are cheaper and can do well than this. Okay. Now the only reason I bought this car was to try the old F1 merge glitch that sadly did not work, and I wasn't dumb enough just to sell this car just because of the video, guys. I know I done a big mistake while trying to get the merge glitch to work, but I knew I was like, I know it might not work, but I didn't know if it's gonna work. But I'm not gonna sell this car because this car is expensive, and I also got it on sale. It was 1.6 million, so I got a little discount. I'm gonna keep it because it's a nice car, and also it's a nice Ferrari. It's a concept Ferrari. But coming in number 1, guys, we have the most not worth it car, and that is the Italy RSX. Now the Italy RSX is a really beautiful car, okay? It looks like a supercar, okay? To be fair, it looks like a supercar. So if you're like, let's say, not a car guy, and you look at this car, and you say, let me buy this car. It looks like a supercar to me. It's a sports car. If you didn't know, maybe, I think probably most of you know that this car is a sports car. Now, this is number 1, so this has to be the worst car not to buy. Like you should never buy. So yeah. So this car is a sports classics. I mean sports. Sorry, sports. Not sports classic. Sports. A sports class car. Okay. This comes around $3.4 million. 3.4, and I think it's the most expensive car, one of the most expensive car in Legendary Motorsport. Now, this car, it is fast, and it's one of the fastest sports cars out there, but it's not the fastest car in GTA. Even though it's one of the most expensive cars in GTA, especially in Legendary Motorsport, it is not the fastest car still. The fastest car in the game, if you still didn't know, it's the Pariah. Now the Pariah, you can find it in Legendary Motorsport, and it's 1.4 million. So we see the prices around cars are really different. Now if I was Rockstar, okay, if I was Rockstar, I would have done, if you want the fastest car, you have to pay more. Even though the Pariah is 1.4 and the fastest car in the game, who's gonna rather buy a little RS6 over a Pariah that's is faster, right? But let's move on to the RS6. Let's keep talking about the RS6. Now the RS6 has some different features. Okay. Now the features is, well, it's a Italian car. It's a Ferrari. It's really fast. It's faster than the Italy GTO, which is one of the best sports cars out there. But it is not the fastest car again. The Pariah is, okay? But the Pariah sucks at handling. This car has good traction or handling, okay? Um, Now you can also unlock the trade price of this car, and that is by doing a mission. Now the trade price costs $2.6 million. 2.6. Now that's still not fair because it's still expensive. It's almost expensive as the X80 Proto, right? But um if you don't know how you get the trade price, if you're looking to buy it and you want to get the trade price, how you do it is basically when you're in free modes, and there's a guy called Tom Connors from the casino, and he calls you. If you accept, you should do the mission, because when you do the mission and you accept, there's gonna be a guy from Music Locker, I believe. It's next to the casino. And yeah, basically how this works, you team up with Moodyman and then you cover the RSX, which I'm driving in the clip. I'm not sure if it's his RSX, but you kill the people and then boom, you cover it, and then bam, you unlock the trade price. But that's been for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this series, guys. If you want me to continue this series, make sure you comment down below or like, so I would know if you would like to continue this series. But it's BJ Maddox, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.